everybody, welcome to Taji's World of Books and welcome to another dark book haul. Hey you guys, so welcome back. So I have a huge amount of books. I have gone a little crazy and I've been doing a lot of book shopping. Are we not surprised? We're not really surprised, right? So there's so many things that I want to read and I just need to slow down, but it is what it is. So everything that I have is dark romances. They're all dark romances. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so let's talk about them in series. I don't want to keep you here forever and ever, but at the same time, I want you guys to hear about the books that I got. So I went ahead and picked up, I have no idea where I've heard about these books. I have no idea. I don't know. So I picked up these. Looks like there's 3 books in the series. Am Never, Owned. Book 2 is Claimed, and book 3 is Ruined. We're not going to talk about books 2 and 3, so let's look at book 1 and let's see. This is interesting. So she dedicates the book to victims of sexual abuse and human trafficking. You are true survivors, inspirations, and fighters. Okay, Ellie Stevens has lusted over Kane Roberts since he first walked into the import-export company she's worked for a little over a year. As Expo's most important client, Ellie has always kept a safe distance from this man with the majestic blue eyes until temptation finally gets the better of her. In a brass move, Ellie invites Kane to one of Expo's infamous company parties her flamboyant boss is notorious for throwing. Unbeknownst to Ellie, the god in the Armani suit isn't just the suave entrepreneur he portrays himself to be. Underneath the professional exterior is a man with a secret life, dark desires, and nefarious contacts. In a hidden corner of a trendy New York lounge, the spark kindled between the two of them ignites. Unable to resist the sinful attraction, Ellie agrees to leave with Kane, believing she is finally betting the man of her dreams. Little does she know, when she walks out the door, she is about to be owned. I'm all in. All right, so it's got a little thing here. So, Owned is a dark, erotic romance. Please pay close attention to the word dark, erotic, and romance. It has intense sexual situations, a master-slave relationship, mild abuse, some violence. Reader discretion is advised. Sign me up. I'm all in. Oh my gosh, that's probably why I got these. I think that I heard and I was just like, I'm all in. And I love the little caption says, I like you collared, baby. I like you naked. I like you mine. I think I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna read this soon. So anyway, so that's by Am Never. Claimed. Claimed, Owned, and Ruined. Okay, so then I went ahead and picked up these by Katie Robert. This is part of her Wicked Villain series. So this is The Sea Witch, The Beast, Wicked Villain short stories, and Queen Take Roses. And I have all of the other books in the Wicked Villain series already. So that would be Desperate Measures, Learn My Lesson, A Worthy Opponent, and then we got The Beast, The Sea Witch, this one, and Queen Take Rose. So my understanding of each of these books is that these are menages. So they're also retellings. So once upon a time, I met a man. He stole my heart. In my desperation to reunite with him, I have nowhere to run but the sea witch Ursa. Ursa is beautiful as she is dangerous, and the one person my father warned me never to trust. But she's all crimson lips and sweet lies that hint at deeper truths beneath the surface, and I'm convinced despite my fear. It's simple enough. It's not for the faint of heart. An auction to sell the one thing I possess of any value, myself. The money will free Alaric, and then we can finally be together. Except nothing is simple at all. When playing in the darkest depths of love and lust, it will be everything I can do not to drown. So I believe, like I said, these are all like retellings. Like this is another menage. So this is Once Upon a Time, I fell in love with 2 men. Their feelings for me were matched only by their hatred for one another. So that's The Beast. And so then Ursa's The Sea Witch. And then the short stories are, So this is checking in with your favorite characters. So it seems like there's going to be the Hades retelling, there's Haven with Isabella, so all the other characters in the Wicked Villains, so we can check in and get more information and see what's going on with them. And then I believe that this is the last book in the Wicked Villains series. As I said, this is Queen Take Rose. Once upon a time, I made a deal with the devil. It turns out I like playing in the dark. Over the years, so I've become someone I'm proud of, someone dangerous. I'll never be as dangerous as Malone, though. She's one of the most feared leaders in the Carver City, and her reputation is more than learned. Years ago, we had a single night together, and she's ignored me ever since. Imagine my surprise to discover she's scheduled me for the final 2 weeks of my contract. Maybe I should be afraid. Everyone else fears Malone. Instead, all I feel is anticipation. It's time to balance the scales once and for all. The villains aren't the only ones in Carver City a person should be wary of crossing. Sometimes the prettiest flowers hide behind the deadliest poison. So I don't know much about the series. I just have heard that they're retellings, that there's some Hades and Persephone retellings. They're menages. They're super spicy. It's Katie Roberts. I don't know. I'm going to get into it and see what it's all about, and I'll let you know. And I think we'll do just a talk just about that series in and of itself, and I'll get to it at some point. Okay, so then I went ahead and picked up Sam Mariano's A Boy in the Bridge, and I heard that this has Carter Mahoney vibes, but not quite as good as Carter Mahoney, but his name is Hunter Maxwell, and it's a dark romance. Again, it is, let's see, do we have any trigger warnings? I don't see any trigger warnings, but the day I met Hunter Maxwell, he wasn't the rich kid who lived in the giant house. He wasn't the most popular guy in school. He certainly wasn't the bully who had chased his own best friend out of town after a falling out. He was just a boy with a black eye and a dark secret. My life would have been much easier if I had stayed out of it, but I couldn't. I saw someone hurting and wanted to help. I saw someone possibly in danger and wanted to make sure he was safe. There's nothing safe about Hunter Maxwell, though. I thought there might be. I fell under his spell. Whether the world saw when they looked at whatever the world saw when they looked at him, it wasn't what he showed me. The bond we formed was real. I know it was real. But with Hunter, when the tides turn, you better hope that you are out of his reach. I thought I was strong enough swimmer to keep my head above water. I thought if it came down to it, I could resist his pull. I don't know, but I do now. Once Hunter sets his sights on you, there's no such thing as out of his reach. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or 5 years from now, he is coming for me. And when he does, he will not stop until he destroys me. I don't know. I heard it's really good. So that's Sam Mariano, A Boy on the Bridge. We're going to see. So this is also Ashley Jade, Menage Land, Complicated Hearts, Book 1 and 2. It's about Breslin, Asher, and Landon. And the only warning I can offer you is this story is strange and unconventional. It's everything you hate. I don't know. I have no idea. And we're just going to go into that. Like, I think I'm going to add this to my TBR pretty quickly. We're going to check it out. I believe it's about street gangs and menages. I don't know. What can I say? I have no idea. But we'll see, and I'll keep you posted on how it goes. Okay, so one of my viewers, and I believe her handle is Snow, is her name. She recommended Tiffany Rise to me. This is the Virgin and the Queen, and I'm slowly sort of collecting. So my understanding, it's the white years and the red years. And she recommended the Siren to me, but the other books on the scene, and I picked them up. I think I got them on Better World Books. Like, this was like $4 or something. So I went ahead and picked it up, and she seems to think that I'm gonna like it. She said it's a dark romance. She said that there is kink. It's a dark romance. It's good. There's a dominatrix. I don't know. I'm all in. So if you guys have heard of this series and you think that I'll like it, I'm waiting for the other books to come in. So when the other ones come in, I'll put the series together and read them all together. I'm super excited to try that out. We will see. This is Olivia Cunning, The Outsider, Exodus End World Tours. So this is another rock and roll romance. There is several books in the series, and I think what I was doing is rounding out my order when I did on Better World Books. So Reagan Elliott should be living her dream. She's touring with Exodus End as their new rhythmic guitarist and gaining more notoriety and fame than she ever imagined possible. She earned devoted love and not only one, but two spectacular men. That's right. That was when I was on my Menage kick, and I just wanted to, I was picking up all, so there's a rock star romance and a Menage. Her committed threesome with sexy guitarist Trey Mills and her hunky bodyguard Ethan Connor is stable, loving, deep, and satisfying for all. But sometimes the world sees things differently and is determined to destroy what it doesn't understand. Can Reagan's relationship with Trey and Ethan survive the cruel backlash of the media, her family, and a bigoted public? Or will the talented musician lose everything she holds dear in the face of her own burgeoning doubts? Ooh, sounds deep. I'm interested. I'm super excited to try that. And then I went ahead and picked up, because I loved Letitia Newton's Whispers in the Dark so much, I went ahead and picked up several books in her backlist. So what I did is I picked up all of her, and I like the way that she divides her books up. She has dark romances, military romance, paranormal, romantic suspense. So I went ahead and picked up everything that is on her dark romance backlist. So I picked up Vanquished, I picked up Going Under, 1 Hour Girl, and Scarred. And so 1 Hour Girl and Scarred is a series in and of itself. So let's see. Vanquished. If someone should die before I wake, then my heart is Caesar's to take. He pulls me down, he lifts me up, and then he leaves me in the muck. If I should fall before I fly, then I know it was only the fault of mine. He taught me better, he led the way, I just don't know how to stay. And if I should not gain his heart, fuck that. He made me this way, curled my thoughts and twisted me. He belongs to me forever. Sounds good, sounds good. And then this is Going Under. His property, his woman, his to control. Jack was a murderer, rough, hard, and unforgiving. He could give me the death I craved. I thought Jack was my escape from the kick-push of drugs on the street. But life messes up all your plans by slapping you in the face hard and waving a hearty middle finger. He took one look into my eyes and decided to make me his. I'm damned and unable to escape him and his brothers, the Diamond Eaters, a horde of criminals and the most vicious MC our town has. Save me. What? The Diamond MC Eaters. What? That sounds good. Okay, so that's that. And then, like I said, this is the 1 Hour Girl novel. So let me make sure here. This one says, I needed a killer to become one. So this is Scarred. They told me about Ethan. He's no good. He only knows darkness. He's a killer, but that's exactly what I needed. Only a monster can turn me into one. I've bled and screamed. I've been a victim too long. The scars that are visible are difficult to conceal. Okay, and then this one is, I'm a particular type of poison. He thinks I'm his forever girl. I saw it in his eyes. I wish I could have slapped the look off his face with the same jarring finality I felt when I learned that I didn't mean shit. I'm not his forever. I'm not the forever sort of girl. I'm not even his for the night. He'll be lucky if I'm his for the next hour if he doesn't pay me for it. So I don't know. We'll see. Open my reveal box and see what they sent this time. I love that. Boys are better in books. Yes, they are. Okay, so these are the books that I got in the reveal book box. So this one, Samantha Lovelock. This is Fragile Things, A Folkestone Sins, Book 1. So this seems like this is the story of a girl who's trying to find out about the secrets of her past. It seems like her mother disappeared and she's trying to learn what happened to her mother, and when an invitation arrives, the opportunity to learn about her mother's past was too great. So she was going to take the risk because she wanted answers, and it's a dark history about the town that she lives in that's unfolding. So now a dark history of this town threatens to tear me apart. It's all about him. I knew this was a mistake. And then, so that's about Poe. And then Stella Poe is saying Stella's a distraction, something to play with when my shadows get too dark. I spend my entire existence forced to live a life I don't want. There was only one way out, or so I thought. Meeting a beautiful stranger with a mysterious past, I thought she would be a good time, and then I could throw her away. Instead, she consumed me. And now she made me question everything I knew about myself. I knew this was going to be a mistake. Sometimes what seems most fragile can't be broken. So it's a dark romance, for sure. Fragile things. Heidi McLaughlin, until then, she has everything she needs, but now she wants him. So this looks like this is going to be a beach read, and this is going to be interesting. Renee has it all. A boyfriend, a good job, a best friend who lives a stone throw away, but something's missing. She isn't sure what until she returns to Cape Harbor, her favorite home away from home. There she crosses paths with an old love, Graham. Renee is drawn to him, but senses their paths in life wandered too far apart. When Graham returned to take care of his brother, the town alcoholic, so this is a second chance romance. Second chance romance. Okay, The Callahan Family, Warning Track by Carrie Aarons. So this is a romance between two people. So it's taboo in the sense that they're not supposed to be together. It's a sports romance as well, baseball. Seems like she is coming into a new career, working in the baseball industry. She's not supposed to have a relationship with Hayes, and Hayes has a chip on his shoulder, difficult kind of character. She's attracted to him. It's forbidden. They're not supposed to be together, and opposites attract, and they're drawn to one another. And then the last book that I want to talk about is Like Gravity, and this is by Rachel Lee. I wasn't supposed to fall for him, not for him at all. Let's see. I love this. Jasper rolled into my life like a loose wagon wheel, taking out everything in his path just to get for me. I was all for show until it was all for show until it wasn't. No part of me was prepared to be swept away. After all, gravity is supposed to keep us on the ground. He had other plans. He didn't give a damn about the chaos that we were about to unleash. They say secrets are like a silent death. Only I never knew the depths until now. And he says, I never saw Blakely coming, but when I did, there was no chance I was letting her get away. She was like a walking disaster, always leaving a trail of smoke in her wake. And me? I'm the sorry bastard who kept following her. That's it, until she sucked up all the air right out of my lungs, just to keep her own filled. She's a queen through and through, a spoiled rich girl that reaps no consequences until she did. I'm that consequence. I know. I'm her dirty little secret. That sounds good. I'm super excited. I don't know anything about these authors. These are new authors to me. So that'll be interesting as well. You guys, I have prattled on and prattled on. I hope you guys found something interesting in this dark romance book haul. I'm going to slow down and do some more reading so I can catch up on all the things that I have not read so I can stay on top of this. But please like and subscribe and comment, and thanks for hanging out with me. I so appreciate you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. And you know that I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I'll see you soon. Bye!